Toy Soldier Tuesday! Yeah, we're back on the line!
Follow me!
Toy Soldier Tuesday! Make the place shine! Classic plastic 54 mil! Setting them up for the tactical thrill!
I love the smell of plastic in the morning. Like and subscribe.
Toy Soldier Tuesday! Yeah, we're back on the line! Toy Soldier Tuesday!
Forward, men. The show is about to start.
Classic plastic 54 mil, setting them up for the tactical thrill.
Did you bring the popcorn?
And welcome everyone to TST Toy Soldier Tuesday, where old guys like me get together and talk about toy soldiers. This is season number 2, episode number 19, and waiting in the green room, I think, is our special guest, Reuben Bartram. He was supposed to be here 15 minutes ago. I guess he's on Ruben's time, so we're going to make sure he's in the green room. I think I see him there. Ruben, if you hear me, wave. Okay, good. And turn your phone this way. We would need to get you horizontal when you get up there. But before we bring him out, let me bring in my motley crew for tonight. And we're going to start off on the West Coast. This man can slay a dragon anytime he's called upon. This is Mr. Seth Nunez. What's up, Seth?
What's happening, PK? Another episode of Toy Soldier Tuesday. Good to be here.
Thanks for joining us, as always. And this man once swam the English Channel just for the fun of it. This is Mr. John Salatellis. What's up, John?
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
And believe it or not, this man can open up a pickle jar in one try. This is Mr. Joseph Baker.
Good to see you. Good to be here. Good to be part of this again.
Right on. And this man, he hails from the great state of New Hampshire and can't speak a lick of English. This is Mr. Chris Shaw. What is up, Chris? Hola, Chris.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday.
Hola, Chris.
Hola.
Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So we do have a special guest. He is in the green room right now. So he's trying to fix his phone and make sure everything's working right. And do we got people in the chat room yet? I didn't even pull up the chats yet. Oh,
we have a lot of people.
Seth or Joe, your turn. You haven't done it in a while.
Well,
Or you don't.
we got Big Boss Jack and Ben from Ben's War Room and Dan DiBiase. Hey, Dan, thanks for all your work for the show and everything. It's been so cool. Lucky 0529. If you know who that is, speak up. Patrick Grains here.
Patrick.
Leonardo da Vinci of the Toy Soldier world. Seth 67 Creations. And Sig 20. D Kappa 119. Anybody know who that is? Eric Percy. Plastic Wars 72. Somebody knows who that is.
That's Paul Barbacano.
Oh, that's Paul Barbacano. Okay.
Yeah.
And Gord Marshall, G5Z.
Ren Marshall.
Tom LZ67.
Tom Lazowski's here. Perfect.
Carrie Percy. I thought I said Katy Perry, but I guess that's right.
That'd be really cool. Carrie Perry's
Yeah.
watching us.
Really hot. Gordon Marshall and Scott Q61. Scott the painter here, he says. Jason Evans. Always good to have Jason in the house.
Hey, Jason.
Miniatures Small Scale from Sweden. Big Boss Jack, Megan Selka, Austin Miniatures, Dan. Okay.
Dan from Austin.
And Sig 20. I think that's everybody. So
And
unless somebody news pops.
Outstanding.
Warprint store, I think, is here too.
Warprint store just jumped in.
Warprints.
Oh, yeah, Warprints, yeah.
Jason Finley 3D.
Jason's here as well. Yeah.
Still a big kid.
So we're not letting the cat totally out of the bag yet because I think some people already know, but Jason and myself and Brandon are putting together a playset, World War II playset, specifically for the Chicago show. We're going to release it then. And it'll be a smaller playset, and we're trying to keep it around the $200, $225 range. So it should be affordable for a lot of people. But we're only going to make about 20 sets as of right now.
Sold.
Yep. So
Good.
hopefully those will take off like the Fredericksburg set did. I'm sure it will. Brandon's made a bunch of stuff for you. If you're following his Facebook page, you'll see all the new stuff that he's printing up for it. And, of course, Jason's making some specific figures just for our playset, which will be cool. So let's go around the room and say it's what's new in your zoo. And my question to you guys this week is, what was your favorite cereal growing up as a kid? What was your favorite? Or now, if you still have one. So we're going to head to Canada first. John Salatron,
Right.
cereal as a kid.
What up? I think Frosted Flakes.
That's kind of boring, but okay.
They're good, though.
I know a lot of stuff is banned in Canada, right? That we have here that you can't get up there, right? Cereal wise. No? Or is that just in the UK? They're not allowed to have a lot of shit that we're.
No, we have stuff. I mean, I don't know. Tell me something. I'll tell you if we have it. I don't know. I wasn't a huge cereal guy. I mean, Frosted Flakes, and I used to actually check this. I don't want to make people sick, but I used to put apricot jam inside.
Inside your cereal? On the milk?
Yep.
Oh man!
I don't know if you
Talk about double sweetness.
I saw it from somewhere. I think I can't remember if it was on TV or something. And I'll try anything once.
Paul Barbacana said Fruity Pebbles. I could go with that. All right.
Yeah.
So what's new in your zoo, buddy? Frosted Flake.
A few things actually. Finally, this time. So like I think I was saying it. I can't remember if it was off the air or on the air last week. But I finally found a.
There it is, buddy.
Landing craft. Pretty good condition. Everything works. The original guns are here. Yeah, pretty good shape. And I found it, believe it or not, 8 minutes away from my house.
No.
On Facebook Marketplace
Wow.
for like $60. Yeah, I'm never that lucky. I never find stuff that I really want, especially that close to avoid shipping and everything. I mean, yeah. So that was good. And along with that, it was actually an older gentleman who his daughter is putting a lot of his stuff up for sale, and so he's not too happy about it. But he goes, "Come on, Dad, you got to get rid of some stuff." He's not even there. He's actually in a home in Quebec City. And he's like, okay, yeah, put some of the dinky stuff. He has a lot of toy cars as well, like Matchbox. He's got Core G. So he has some of the dinky stuff. He had some Britain's 8th Army, I believe, but I have, so I didn't need to get that. But yeah, I was really surprised that he had the Buddy L. And he also had here, I'll show you the box first. A vintage set of the British Commandos. Yeah, that's all in perfect shape. Can you guys see them? Or I should
higher.
I don't want them to fall. There we go. I didn't even count
Very
it
nice.
all here, but it doesn't. It would, here they were going for $20 Canadian, right? So it's like, it's pretty cheap. Yeah. So then, one of my eBay orders came in from Armenia. So that was Chris. You probably know from our friend and plastic platoon seller Ara Petr, I think 27 or 72. His name is Ararat from Armenia. First of all, I received the Russians, the 2-person Russian squad here.
Oh yeah, great set.
So that was really really nice. And as well, I got the new the set number 2 from oh my god, I just drew a blank. Africa Core from Triumph.
Oh, Fire Dan?
No, again from Ararat. Same
Oh, okay.
order.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Now
Who
and
makes-
all the trees and the cactus
Oh, I like that.
all came together. All came with the set. So it's four figures. Now they're full a good 60 mm. So it's like if with your Conte, with your other plastic platoon. I know a lot of people complain about the bases and stuff like that, but these are like you have to use them for a specific. This is a specific pose. The guy's sitting here. I mean, if you want to go on and paint this, go right ahead. I'm not taking the chance, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. I mean, the color's nice.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
They're very very nice figures. Sorry guys. And so just for a comparison, because people, I saw people online, they're so huge. Why are they doing them? They're actually, I mean, yes, there's the base, but you shouldn't really count the base. So here we take, this is a plastic platoon, the British paratroopers, right? So if you put him right next to this guy, I mean,
Yeah.
and he's leaning a bit forward, right? He's not standing up straight. They're fine. They're fine. So I mean, you photograph them appropriately, and you won't have a problem. But yeah, but they're really, 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 really nice figures. It's good. A good bonus was all the cactus and the palm tree. The palm tree is really nice, really solid. It's nice soft plastic. Really nice.
I like it, John. I like it. I like that set.
Yeah.
How expensive was it?
It's I think because of the trees and stuff like that, it's probably about 100 and I want to say 110.
Okay. That's,
That's a good deal.
that's reasonable.
No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
No, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is set 2 of their African the Africa Core. If you guys know, I mean, they only have I think 4 or 5 sets. At least the ones that I've.
What's the company again?
Triumph.
Triumph. Okay.
Yeah, so they're I'm assuming they're Russian as well, or I don't know if they're Ukrainian or it's Triumph, but it doesn't say. But yeah, really nice set. I'm really happy with it. And since the other plastic platoons Africa Core hasn't come out yet, it should be May from what they told us. But I mean, we're still waiting. And and a big shout out I want to say before. To Jason, Chris. I don't know if you remember his last name. I don't have it. He works with Craig Remington, so he finally came through and got me the Marks Battleground, the vintage Marks Battleground, the terrain tiles for those who the 6 interlocking painted terrain tiles.
Right.
So the original factory painted. So I'm waiting for that. So when I get that, I'll put something up for sure.
Yeah, Jason Bruce.
Jason Bruce, exactly. So Jason, if you're watching. Thank you very much. That's it, guys.
All right, man.
Very good, John.
Nice. Seth, favorite cereal growing up as a kid?
Gotta go for a kid. It's gotta be Captain Crunch, bro, with the berries.
Crunch, right?
Rip my whole upper mouth up crunching that stuff.
I know, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You always had those scars
Can't
on
beat
your
that,
thumbs and
Captain
shit.
Crunch.
All right, man. What you got?
All right, gentlemen. Well,
That's a cool shirt, man. Where are you getting these shirts from? Last week was
this
Luftwaffe.
one's called
Yeah, Corsair.
the Whistling Death.
Yeah, where are you getting these?
Oh, they're
What's the name of
taking out the 0 right there.
Just online. Right?
Yeah, I got online, Paul. PK.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you find out. Yeah, they got a bunch of them. Now they even got, military. They got monsters. They got old shows. I mean, they got everything, dude. Internet's just take your pick. All right, gentlemen. Well, let me see. I got a huge shipment today. I'm gonna cut it short though. Let me show you this real quick. I'm working on this right now. I'm gonna show you this real quick. I'm doing.
Oh my,
wow. Dude, storefront.
It's a storefront.
Yeah,
It's gonna be for my Normandy.
very nice.
so you're making that from
very
scratch, huh?
So scratch, out of scratch, out of foam boards.
Wow.
Nice.
Make a nice backdrop, or are you doing full
Yeah, I'm
house?
gonna do Yeah, backdrop on it. I'm still gonna put some on the side.
Yeah.
Just this is just the beginning stages. I still got a long way. I still got to, do a lot of work to it. So
Yeah, no, it looks good, man.
That really looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Where do you find time for this?
On the weekends, Joe, I do a lot of stuff on the weekends. So when I get out of work, most of the time I'm kind of burned out. I just watch my Dodgers play or Lakers. Well, the Lakers got eliminated, so there's more spare time there now. So, anyway, let me show you this. I received this set of German 3Ds from one of the guys on the chat, Jason Finley. He sent me these Germans, and I put them on this 3D print woofer. So all I got to do is
They fit good, huh?
make
Yeah.
the Germans.
Is that a War Prince 3D?
No, that's from Jason Finley. Oh,
The
woofer,
gun?
the guns is from George Gonzalez's buddy Rosas.
Oh, Rosas. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get him on.
Yeah, George is. I think George asked them. So, okay. I picked this up from a new buddy that I made a friend. His name is Keith, and he sold me this King and Country Japanese tank.
Oh wow.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's the matching set that goes with this baby right here. But this one comes with the Commander. This is number 20. This is number 22. So now I have the matching pair.
Super nice.
Yeah, I loved it. I've been looking for this one for the longest time, and he had it. And he gave it up, man. I bought it off of him. So thank you, Keith.
Was that the guy you went to his house?
No, I bought. No, he lives up there in Louisiana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I picked up a nice shipment from a good old, like Joe calls him, good old Rodney.
Oh yes.
I picked up this new King and Country, some SS Whoopin' marching. Here's the first one.
Very nice.
Nice.
And here's the second one.
Need about 50 of those to do that scene from Fury.
Oh, Joe, I've been collecting a lot of whooping, dude. I have like a good probably 25 of them. That's a good diorama that I want to do. So
I keep losing internet. Are you guys clicking in and out on me or no?
I'm hearing the beep.
No.
I'm hearing the beeping, but
I also picked up this. This is
People are still in the chat room, so I know it's still going on. Sorry,
Yeah.
Seth. Hang on.
That's right.
I got you back, brother.
I also picked up this set of Thomas Gunn paratroopers.
very nice.
And last but not least, I like this one. This is what I've been saving for last.
Takes two hands to handle that whopper.
Wow, look at that.
This is an Easy 8 tank. I just threw in these tank commanders to give it a look, but it's made out of metal.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. I love this tank.
Wow.
Is that King and Country?
No, this is this one's from Eagle.
Oh, Eagle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Eagle, yeah, it's from Eagle. This is their Fury tank.
That's beautiful, yeah.
Fury tank from Eagle. I still like the King and Country Fury tank that
Yeah,
King and
that was
Country made.
really good.
That one's real good. I love that one. I have that one up there, but I mean, it has the logs on the side. But You know what? I'm going to put it right next to it. So when I do that diorama, Joe, like you said, with all the, the Fury type, I'll put this in. And that'll do it, gentlemen.
Excellent.
All right. I thought for sure you were going to say something about Civil War figures, but maybe not. Next week. Next week, I guess.
Yeah.
I know Joe Baker got some Civil War figures he's going to show.
Yeah. But instead of painting this week, I decided to do something I haven't done for about 15 years, and that was to work on some trees. And so I'm not real satisfied, but it was pretty good. So,
wow.
Look good to me.
No, good,
Yeah.
good.
so the one on the right was the first one I tried, and the stuff I used, I didn't realize what it was until I was, halfway through it. That was the clippings off of one of my very first diorama mats that I had made, which was a shiny satin material, and it kind of worked, but it kind of blocked everything out. And the other one is one where I used painted baby breath and glued that onto the sagebrush armature, and then sprinkled some foam stuff on top. And then the other one is the just a larger one with more of the foam on it and the black branches below it and things. So they'll work, but I haven't got it where I was 15 years ago. So I've got to try to remember what I did back then. So that's what I've been up to. Trying to get back into some of the the scenics building. So,
What's the sky background? Is that something you bought, or did you make that?
I just two pieces of poster board or foam board connected, and I painted that.
Oh, okay.
So one of my standby pieces.
Right.
So anyway, that's what's new in Mizzou.
Those trees look real, Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, they look great.
really nice.
They look great,
Yeah.
man.
I went out to Nevada to visit my brother when he was in Lake Tahoe, and we went out and I went clipping sagebrush, and I can't believe how much it cost to ship that stuff home. It was crazy expensive for the shipping, but it's cool stuff. I mean, it makes great tree armatures. So I'm pretty happy, that I'm glad to get a couple new trees to go with the ones I already have. So got to make stories around them now. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. All right,
That's
finally, Mr. Chris Shaw.
What was your cereal, Joe?
oh, my
Oh,
cereal,
yeah, I forgot.
Sugar Pops. Back when they called it Sugar Pops before they changed it to Corn Pops.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Ah.
Wow.
All right. My favorite cereal was a cereal called Quisp. It had a little Martian on the box, and the
Quisp.
cereal like little flying saucers. It was like a corn,
Yep,
a
I
corn
remember
Chex,
it.
but a little bit different, more sugary. It was pretty cool cereal. But
Yeah.
I did pick up the Forces of Valor tow vehicle
Oh, yeah.
at that little antique store. Had it. Don't have the missiles, but I do get the one of the figures with it.
Is that World War II?
No.
No, this is Iraq,
Yeah.
Kuwait,
That's what I thought.
91. And then also the guy had a couple loose marks figures, so I picked up guy slashing with the
Yep.
bayonet. And I picked up guy marching. I think Marks makes some of the best marching poses ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
they were cool.
On all their sets, they have usually good marching poses, so he's really nice. And then I did a couple conversions on this guy here. He had a busted pistol, so I cut off his pistol, drilled a little hole, and gave him a saber.
Oh,
Sent
wow.
with Cavalry Britons. He came out pretty good.
Yeah, you did, Chris.
And then this guy, same thing with him. He had a busted hand, cut off his rifle, drilled a little hole, and gave him a saber. Mounted Mexican Britons.
Brit.
Which saber is that?
It's Timpo. Timpo sabers from the Swapettes.
Yep.
And then I did the same thing with him, except for I gave him a pistol instead
I
of
like
a sword.
that.
Now you
Oh,
painting those
he came
guys,
out
or
really
they're
good.
already? Did you change them?
No, these are Britons. They're already painted. So
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know if you changed their colors or that's how they came.
I did change the color of this guy's hat. I painted his hat like a darkish red, so it wasn't so obvious as it's the same figure. And then this guy I fixed. He had a broken rifle, so I cut off his rifle and glued a Forces of Valor rifle onto him. So he's
Okay.
got a regular rifle. And then my friend Kevin, like I talked about last week, I did a bunch of conversions for him. I had a couple of spare parts. So I did this guy. You could kind of lean him up against a pillbox or a bunker.
Yep.
Like that, and then he could be throwing the grenade in the opening.
Yeah.
I put a multi-pose backpack on him because he wanted all the backpacks from other guys, and I was going to paint that to match it. And so, but he came out pretty good. So, and that's all I have for now. So,
Very cool.
Your figures, any strange figures that you have for us?
Oh yeah, what was the figure of the week?
yeah, geez, oh God, good memory,
Man,
John. Yeah, I
dude.
do have one. He might be kind of a common one. I know you, Paul, and I talked about this set many months ago. You can tell me who made him.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat room, if you know who the manufacturer is of this, just type it in and I'll pull it up.
Oh God.
All right. He looks a little short, like 45 millimeter nut, but is he
Yeah, he's probably close to 50. Yeah.
50ish? Moondoggy likes Count Chocula. We got some Cinnamon Toast Crunch in there. Cocoa Pebble. Ernie says Cocoa Pebbles for him. Mine was Cinnamon Toast Crunch when it finally came out. I think I was like probably in 8th or 9th grade. That finally came out.
Yeah,
was
I
a little
remember
bit
that.
late.
Yep.
But Cocoa Pebbles would have been my first, I guess. Man. So let's see. Any housekeeping? Oh, that's another thing. We got about 50, almost 60 people in the chat room right now, and Paul Barbacano is
Wow.
one of them. Paul Barbacano is supposed to be our guest next week, and he's Steph, what do you think? He's like sidestepping. He's like
He's
shimmying.
waffling.
He's like, yeah, he's like sitting on the fence. He's not sure if he wants to do it. So you guys in the chat room, you need to harass Paul Barbacano. Make sure he comes on next week as a guest. I want to see some chats going up there. Harass that guy. Let's get him on.
He's
and
on
talk about his
Facebook a lot,
collection.
posting stuff. So he should
Oh,
be
he's
on.
posted all the time, and he's got a YouTube channel. That's
know.
why I want to, heck, Joe, you don't even have a YouTube channel, right? I mean, come on, Paul Barbacano, you got a YouTube channel. You're famous, man. We got to get you on here. All right, let's see. We haven't lost Ruben yet, so he's in the chat room. I'm not sure if he can turn his phone sideways or maybe he's stuck vertical, but we're going to find out right now. For those of you that don't know, we're going to bring him in really big right here. We haven't had a chance to practice, so I hope his internet's working. This is Mr. Ruben Bartram.
What's up, fellas?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Finally.
welcome.
Nothing makes you feel special than a new phone and 2 teenagers. Yeah, I felt real special. The smarter they get, the dumber I get.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
both
man,
of them. Yeah, two
I think
girls.
we can
Two
have you
girls.
on the channel. I
Thanks.
followed you. Can you tell people about your YouTube channel? Some people aren't familiar with that. I
Sure.
discovered you a while back, but maybe
Yeah.
they're
It is large scale it's actually diorama works now.
Yeah.
I was mainly into 1/6 stuff, and I've branched out into other scales now. But it's large scale. It's diorama works on YouTube.
Diorama Works, and the Works is spelled
WERK, yeah. And it's basically tutorials on how to work with styrofoam, how to kit bash figures. It's just kind of I don't know, just basically an all-encompassed, if you want to find out something, go there and just watch some of the videos.
Well, I got stuck on you when I was I still do the 1/6 scale stuff, but you had a collection, I believe, of World War One
Yes,
Germans.
yes. Early war,
Probably the
1914.
probably the largest collection in the Northern Hemisphere. I don't know how to say that.
I've got put the word out there. If anybody's got more than 108 Germans, let me know.
Maybe you could show us in your man cave if you have them out, man. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I've got some here. Unfortunately, the man cave during this last tornado that came through here took off some of my roof. So I have moved some in here, and a lot of them they're based on the old Hasbro 1990s soldiers, the foreign soldiers collection from Hasbro.
Yep.
If anybody remembers these, it's very vague. These were one of the collections that just really didn't hit it big.
Yep.
But just basically the early war Prussian style uniforms. I've got about half of them that are kit bashed into other figures like Sideshow. This would be Sideshow here. But yeah, I'm hoping to be the at least the collector that's got most of them. And this was actually the only figure that Hasbro that got recalled. Just a kind of a
I was going to mention it because it took me a while to find one.
Yeah, they got recalled.
I have one. I have one in my collection.
Yeah, they were recalled right after they were made because of the wording on the box, and somebody that apparently had some Jews complained, and Hasbro pulled them.
Yep.
They said it glorified the German soldier, which I think the guy got confused between World War One and World War Two.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's definitely World War One.
Another tidbit of information on that particular character. It's the very first Hasbro, very first 6 to 12-inch figure that actually had a rifle with a working bolt.
Oh,
wow.
Right on. So, Ruben, can we get you to turn your phone, or it didn't rotate?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
It usually just automatic. Oh, you have it unlocked. That's why it's not.
Yeah, and again, it's a new phone. I'm just trying to figure out how to, without cutting you guys off. So,
no, that's fine.
My apologies. So,
no.
But I'll have my laptop next time.
Yeah, definitely. We got to have you
left it at work. So, anyway.
Well, I'm gonna bring everybody in so at least you can see them on the side, and we'll put you in the middle still.
Awesome. Okay.
And if there's questions from the chat room, we got like 50 some people watching right now.
Oh, definitely.
So cool. And then
why does Seth's screen say restream on it? Oh,
that's me. That always says that. I move myself to the top so that it covers me. You guys.
There you go.
Hey, Ruben, on your channel, did you do a bunch of Star Wars diorama setups?
I did.
Okay, yeah, I'm on your channel then. Yeah, I remember those. Yep.
Yeah. I kicked back the old Hasbro Star Wars figures because at the time, I mean, once the 3-inch figures came out, it just killed the 12-inch figures. Once once the GI Joe figures came out in the 3.5-inch and Star Wars, it just killed the 12-inch movement altogether.
Yeah, I know.
It's clawing its way back up. It's definitely clawing its way back up to the top, especially some of the higher end figures and the stuff like that. The vehicles, especially. Unfortunately, 21st Century is no longer with us. I kind of wish they would have stayed around long enough to make a 1/18 scale Henkel, but
Yeah, I know. They had some great stuff.
Yeah. So I'm venturing back into the smaller scale. I haven't been into the 1/32 scale in probably 30 years. And my very first playset was the Battleground. My mom got it for me when I was probably 9.
Right.
And kids that I'm on the street that had other armies, they hated playing with me because I would spend all the time making and making all my trenches and I spent more time making and making it look good versus just playing.
Yeah.
That's half the fun.
Well, let's just take our toys and go home. This kid's he's no.
Terraforming is the best.
I had the best looking trenches on the street.
Right. There you go, man.
I
saw some of your newest videos, and Ben from Ben's War Room said he just placed a big order with your new pontoon boats that you're making.
Yes.
You're into the 3D printing, or is that?
No, actually, I cast them. I make them, and I make rubber silicone molds, and I pour them. I don't like the 3D printing unless I can. The high-end resin printing is looking pretty good, but most of the printed stuff I've seen, especially when the figures, they look real stiff and very almost very shallow as far as detail. Then again, I might have not seen a lot of it, but I just look at stuff and I feel like I make stuff and I just reproduce it, just the stuff I like.
So the pontoon bridge that you made, what did you make that out of first?
I took a 1970s German pontoon and I cut it in half and I stretched it out because it was almost egg shaped. So what I did is I cut it in half, added a center section, glued it back together, sanded it, puttied it, and then I made a mold of it. And then let me see if I can get one right here. I'm sorry. Let me see if I've got one here somewhere.
I saw you were making them for a show. Did you have a show last week? Or?
Yeah, actually, there's a show the end of this month in Dallas at the airport. DFW GI Joe guys.
Oh yeah, the DFW
It's the
show.
biggest,
Yeah.
it's the biggest show in the South here. So, but I've been making these little wooden boats here. I'm gonna probably do these in Civil War, pre World War One stuff. So I made a couple of these and I liked them, so I went ahead and made a mold and started casting them. Uh, the structures I've been making here, I use hydrostone instead of plaster because hydrostone is probably 10 times stronger, and it's lighter, very light. So, and I started making structures. I carved them out of styrofoam and then I cast them in the silicone.
Can you get those just a little closer to your phone so people can see
I'm sorry.
those? Everything.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
How much
And
do you charge for those?
yeah, I'm sorry.
How much do you charge for those?
I've got several sets. I've got a 4-piece set, which actually comes with the way, and I've customized this one, so I did cover up the eagle. I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn my light here.
Yeah, we saw see the eagle.
But I've covered up the eagle here. But I've customized this one. But it comes with a center archway, several different wall sections. The 4-piece runs about $29.
Oh, that's not bad.
I've got a 5-piece,
That's great.
I got a 5-piece, 6-piece, and a 10-piece, and they're all. I've got several different shutters. I've got some with shutters, and I've got some that's got looks like it's getting boarded up. I've got several different wall sections that come
Battle
with that.
damage?
Yeah, battle damaged. Yeah, and these also will work with Western, say like the Alamo, Napoleon figures and stuff. These are kind of
Medieval
universal.
era, too. I think that would work too.
I'm sorry.
The medieval era.
Yes, I've got
Knights
some.
and stuff, the castles. Yeah.
Yes, I've got some medieval knights, and they're 60 millimeters, and it works perfect with those.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I've cast like the helmets here. When I run out of stuff, especially these older Hasbro helmets, when you run out of stuff and you can't find them, you have to make them. So what I did is I cast them, and I've customized this one into an artillery helmet.
Huh. Yeah.
So you got to get kind of creative when you're trying to collect stuff that either nobody makes or it's very limited, because again, there's really limited stuff for World War One.
Oh yeah.
Especially early war, pickle hubs and stuff.
So when you make a cast of that, how long does it last forever?
The rubber casting, the rubber silicone mold, if you use the hydrostone, unlimited. But if you use resin, if I use, say, this is the product. I'm not promoting a product, but this is going to be the high impact. This is what Army men are made out of. This is high impact plastic. You can throw this stuff down and not break. This is more like a plastic resin versus the regular standard resin. If you cast it with these, you can probably get 100 castings. If you use a release, if you use a proper release, you can probably get 200. But if you use a standard resin, the resin cures at a higher temperature, so it really damages your silicone, and you probably get about 80 pulls from that.
Still, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, though.
Unlimited.
Tom L from the chat room wants to know what scale the walls are. You said they're about 54 millimeter, or
Yes, these are 54. I'm actually made them for 132nd because the 132nd is right in the middle between 135th and the 60 millimeter knights that I have. So I made it right in the middle.
Gotcha.
And then I also have the 172nd version of these. So I've basically cut them down and made them 28 millimeter or 172nd scale for the smaller scale collectors and gamers.
Yeah, we don't talk about them on this show.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
You designed those,
That's
I'm
blasphemy there, Ruben. That's
I
blasphemy.
can play the new guy card.
you designed those on the computer?
No, I just set down a piece of styrofoam in front of me and cut it. I watch a lot of movies.
Some of your videos, man, on the 1/6 scale dioramas you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're showing people how to do it.
Mhm.
You make it look so easy, and that's freaking wrong, man. It's not that easy.
A couple months ago, I sat with all the Dallas guys here, the Dallas DFW GI Joe guys, and Greg Brown from Cotswold. They invited me down to Cotswold, and I gave a tutorial, and I could probably have anybody cut styrofoam in about an hour. It's very simple. It's just angles and if you can cut a square, if you can cut a V-notch, it's simple. Very simple. Just don't cut yourself.
Well, Paul Knapp heard that before. It's easy to do.
Yeah, right.
You try to die some soldiers.
Hey, Seth, this is like James Viola saying, "Oh, anybody can paint a figure." Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
I can carve. I can't paint. I cannot paint. I can do all this, but I can't paint. I can draw. I can make signs. I can do everything. But this is my painting skills right here, and I just don't like it. It just it
Looks good to me.
It looks a little. Maybe I'm my own critic or something, but I never could paint, and that's why you never see none of my 1/6 scale stuff painted. It's always primed, 2 or 3.
So, the plaster stuff that you have behind you, that's just how it comes out of the mold, or that's all primed already?
Oh, it pops out of the mold, and it's let me see if I can get one that's okay. This one right here. Let me see if I can get one that's actually okay. This one is right out of the mold. You can see I've got the boards going horizontal versus vertical. It's a walled in, but this is right out of the mold. You can tint this stuff too. Hydrostone, you can add a little bit of folk art to it and tint it. And plus you can add some Loctite, some Tite Bond glue into the slip when you're mixing it. It actually adds strength to it. And then this is actually with a coat of primer. It's just a little bit wider. Just a little bit of lighter, more stark. So, but it comes out pretty white. It comes out almost like an eggshell.
What size is that, Ruben? What size is that right there?
This is a 1/32 scale. Everything I make here is 1/32 scale. I mean, I make the little garden walls. Everything here is 1/32 scale because it fits right in between 1/35 and the 60 millimeter that I have.
You wouldn't have to
have a picture of that all assembled
around and put next to it, would you?
I'm sorry.
You wouldn't have.
Do you have a picture of that all assembled?
I do on my Facebook page. I do. If you go to Diorama Works on Facebook, that's me. But I can post some on YouTube and stuff. I think I've got one on YouTube that I've just posted. Oh, okay. And the thing is, I make these where you can actually move the walls around and make different arrangements, and you can always add.
That's cool.
You buy a 4-piece, and later on, if you want a couple more, they'll fit right in.
The back of the wall, it's just flat, right? There's nothing on the back.
Yeah, the back of the wall is flat, and the thing is, being that this is going to be hydrostone, you can actually cut into it. You can actually carve into it. And make some plaster, maybe show a little bit of lath in there, whatever. But I also, especially for the World War II guys, I also stamp all of them on the back with a 1943, 1944. I ask them what period they're going to do, so I'll put a little stamp on the back for them. I've got some authentic postage stamps from World War II that my granddad brought back, and I use those for like my packaging. All my stuff comes packaged with period looking stamping. It looks like somebody mailed something to you from World War II Berlin.
I saw that on your last post.
I would show some, but I don't think I have anything with all the birds covered up. I've got World War I. I've got World War I.
You can.
Yeah, I've got World War I here. Yeah. So. This is what this is going to look like at the show. I'm just going to have these on a pegboard and everything. But even my boxes come with the paper in it. The paper stamped, either German, World War II German post. I'm working on some British stamps. I've got a guy going to send me a couple of British rubber postage stamps. So,
neat. Trail Hiker 268.
It's Mike.
That's Mike. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, he wants to know what material you use for that resin cast again. Can you put it up again?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the first one I use is your basic fiber cast resin. This is just basic resin. It dries an off-white color. You can tint it. If you're going to tint this, because it comes in A and B, and it mixes equally. You don't have to weigh it. You don't have to put it in a vacuum or nothing. This is actually self. It actually works the bubbles out by itself. So, but it comes in A and B. If you tint this stuff, always tint the B part first. The B part's going to be the clear part. You always want to tint that with a resin tint. And that's regular resin. That's the stuff I use for the helmets, all the stuff like that. The other stuff here, this is the stuff I would use. Say if I'm cutting up some army men right now. I'm making a battleground full of dead corpses, Japanese corpses. It looks like a result of a failed bonsai. So I'm making a whole battlefield, but I've got to cut up a whole bunch of army men. I'm using a lot of marks and a lot of Airfix figures, and I'm putting them back together in different ways. But this is the stuff I'm using to cast those, because that's almost the same plastic that they use in actually making the army men itself. So, and this is also in A and B side. This
How
stuff
expensive is that?
smaller. I'm sorry.
How expensive is that?
The half gallon or the gallon jugs, part A and B, you can probably get for around $117 through Amazon.
Okay.
The high impact plaster resin is going to be a little bit more expensive. These two right here come together in a kit for $34.
Okay.
But this goes a long way, and it doesn't cook your silicone molds either. It cures a lot cooler, and it doesn't cook your silicone. So,
How many different types of walls do you have? So if people are asking like to buy stuff, I mean, are we?
I've got in the basic kit I have, like I said, I've got 4 different walls, but you can also order, let me see here, like this wall here. I custom make these from this. I just cut this down and make these. I can cut it down and make an extra doorway. These things you can cut up in several different ways. So, say if somebody buys a 6-piece set here, they can take a Sawzall blade and cut them up and make their own customized wall sections, because these you can cut up and carve up.
And what do you use to glue those together if you made like a house with it, or can you?
Use a construction adhesive like liquid nail. What I do is I'll fasten them together and hot glue them, and then I'll take a very small drill bit and drill through there and put cotter pins in there, so you can take them back apart and move them around if you want to. So that way you won't permanently glue them together. Once you put the corners together, you can hot glue them and then run a drill bit through a really small drill bit through there. And just what I do is I'll cut down a picture hanging nail, and I'll just hammer through there, and you're good to go. And if you want to take it apart, just wiggle it apart and you can rearrange it.
Now I know you make other backgrounds other than those.
Yeah, I've got a couple of more here. I've got those here that I've made, and I've got several different wall sections. And these you can cut up as well. I've made an archway out of this one here. I've cut one up and made an archway. You can actually stack these up and make a 2-story. You can actually put them together and make a 4-sided tower and just stack them. I've got several more that I'm actually making now that I'm carving into styrofoam, but they're back in the bomb damaged studio back there. I'm having the roof part of the roof replaced.
My buddy Seth here wants to know if you're coming up with a chapel, because he's been dying to have a giant chapel.
Well, I'm actually trying to figure out. I've made a 1/6 scale corner of a chapel. If y'all have seen it on one of my YouTube videos, I've made a corner section. But I'm dying to make a 1/18 scale, and I know that's another scale y'all don't talk about, but and a 1/32 scale church, a Normandy church, and then I want to make some South Pacific Japanese temples. I saw one in a movie, and I had to freeze frame because people hate coming over watching war movies and they take the remote because I always freeze it to look at the architecture. They're like, give me that remote. So Yeah, they hate it. When I went to Europe a couple of times, I actually went there just to see the battle damage, just so I can see personally what it looks like. And you notice on some of my YouTube videos, I talk about the difference between shell damage and bullet damage, and the groupings and all that stuff. So you guys go back and look at some of those videos. The people that are watching, definitely watch those videos, and you can kind of see why the patterns of the bullet holes are not accident. They're actually, they're intentional, because it's more close and personal between infantry versus artillery.
So what else do you have to show us, brother?
Well, I've got several things. I've got resin ammo cases. This is one of the products that I've been making several years. One of the bulk items that I make to take to the shows. I do have smaller scales. Let me see here. I've made 1/32 scale. I'll walk back here to my room back here. Gonna have to hide some of these eagles, so please excuse me. So these are the pontoon kits. Let me hide that eagle there. But as you tell, I do original stamping. And this right here is from a manufacturer, an actual manufacturer in Germany that actually made the rubber. They made rubber raincoats, and then they retooled and made the rubber rafts for the German army. So this would be the pontoon boats here. They come in a 2-pack or a 4-pack.
Right.
I do have my ammo crates. Trying to see. Sorry, I'm going to figure this setting out here, but these are all my ammo crates here that I've been casting.
Do you have SWAT stickers on those, or is that just generic?
I'm sorry.
Are there SWAT stickers on those, or just generic?
No, these are just generic. Those are you can paint up either Africa Corps or the Fieldgrau or the German green. There, they use the specific green-gray color for their munitions boxes, and it's not the Panzer gray, and it's not. It's they use it. They call it apple something or other, but and then I have duck boards. I got a big bag of duck boards here for trenches. Originally, I made them for gaming, but they're great for World War I or the Russian front. I'm trying to angle that so you can see it. Anyway, but I've got several different versions of this duck board here. But I've got like bags and bags and bags and bags of stuff. This is a kit there that I made here. This is going to be the Civil War or the Napoleonic wooden boat, and it comes with big wine barrels, several different sizes of barrels and everything. So, this is World War I.
Can you go through some prices while you're doing this?
Sure. These right here at the show, I will probably get about $14 at the show. If anybody contacts me through my Facebook or YouTube and they reference this podcast, I will give a 15% discount. Just drop your name, name drop. But the pontoons will run about, I think they're $19 a set. And if you buy 2 sets, I'll knock 20% off. Again, everything off through this show here is an automatic 15% off. Duck boards, you'll get 12 various sizes of duck board. Those are going to be run $14. You'll get 12 different pieces. And again, this is all going to be resin. The boats and everything are the high impact resin. They're the same resin I was talking about earlier that you can basically drop on the floor and you don't have to worry about scattering. And they're the same plastic that the Army men are made out of. The larger scale, the larger 6 and 10 piece wall sections, they'll run $39 and $49.
Still,
do you have any pictures of the figures you've done?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any pictures of the figures you've done, or any figures you've done to see?
You know what? I've got a few figures. Let me see if I can dig one out here. And mainly I've been working on the Japanese casualties, but they're still back there drying because I glue them together. I actually use not liquid nail, Bondo to fill them in, to fill in all the cut lines and stuff like that when I put the arms and legs back on. But I will post pictures of that. Like I said, I'm working about 20 of them right now. And then once the bodies are finished, I'm going to go ahead and do the silicone molds and start popping them out. Like I said, I'm probably going to have about 20 different corpses laying around. So I'm trying to make them all different in various shades of equipment, helmets, soft caps. No, no helmet, no soft cap. But I will post a picture of those probably tonight or tomorrow.
Somebody wants to know your Facebook site again. Can you say that one more time?
Oh, Diorama Works. Just go to Facebook and just type in Diorama Works. And I also have one. It's 1/6 scale World War II vehicle salvaging. I salvage broken vehicles, Joe vehicles, 21st century vehicles, and I rebuild them.
I've seen those, man. You have quite a collection of the big vehicles.
Yeah. And I customize them. I cut them up and make them a little bit more realistic.
Yep. I think I saw your one on the half track or something.
Yeah, the Hasbro half track by far, and unfortunately it's a little undersized, but by far is the most practical 1/6 scale half track made because it does something that 21st century doesn't. It has the turning front wheels. If 21st century would have made their front wheels on all their vehicles just turn, man, that'd have been a showstopper right there. If you had a Kubel wagon from 21st century and the front wheels turned, man, that'd been awesome.
Right.
But I made about 4 of those one year, and I took them to the show. And then they're so soft skinned. My granddad actually served on one. He was in a Texas 36 Division. He was on a quad 50, and they had so many holes. When they would sleep in it at night, they would stuff cloth in the holes because the wind would whistle as it went through the bullet holes. So they used to have to stuff like old socks and stuff through the holes because they couldn't get to sleep because it would, whistle, especially in North Africa.
Man.
So, but I'll have a lot more stuff posted this week. Like I said, between the storms and work, it's been crazy around here. Like I said, I've moved a lot of stuff inside of my spare bedroom to work on, but most of my stuff's just covered in tarp shops. I got a 32 by 18 foot studio out back. I built just for my hobbies.
Nice. So will this be your first year at DFW as a?
Oh no! This is
as a dealer.
About 7.
As a dealer?
Yeah. I've been a dealer for the last 7 years. It's I just displayed last year, and I'm going to display this year. But they usually let me throw a little bit of stuff for sale on my table. So they'll give me about 16 foot of table, and I'll display down at the most of my guys. I took 80 guys last year, and it took up the entire 16 foot table. I'll probably take about 75 this year, and then one end of the table I'll have some of my new products and everything out, and then I'll be showing how to use this stuff as well. Sunday I'll be actually casting and showing people how easy it is. So I'll be showing that as well, and the hydrostone, how easy it is. Some of the kids walk up and mix their own hydrostone, and I'll have a big box full of my rubber molds. I'll just have them pick it, pour it, and whatever they make, they can take home with them.
That's cool.
Man. Keep the kids involved. Absolutely, man. So.
Oh, definitely, because they're the next generation. They're the only thing that's going to keep this hobby alive.
Yep.
I mean, there's a kid that comes down every year, and he's been coming down since he was 6. And his first year coming, he was pointing out everything on my table. I had a big I probably had 70 World War II early World War II Germans, and marching in formation, marching into France. And he was pointing out everything. I mean, he was telling, that's an MP40, that's a da-da-da, da-da-da. So I challenged him every year. He's come back every year. And every year I will pick something out and have him identify it. And if he can identify it, I'll give it to him. So I lost a metal and wood broom-handled Mauser to that kid.
Man.
Yeah, I made the mistake of picking it up, going, okay, he'll never get this. No, he got it. He got the holster too. Yeah. So he brings his grandfather and his father. They're from Argentina, and every year they come in, and on Sundays, man, they come to my table and they get all those discounts. They hit me on Sundays. They know when to hit me. They know when to hit me because I don't want to take that stuff home.
Yeah.
So,
So
But
at the GI Joe convention, you'll still have some 132 scale stuff there.
oh yeah, I'm gonna have probably one end of an 8-foot table full of my new products. I'll have some of
Okay.
these buildings set up. I'm trying to work on some Quonset huts. I've got some material that would be perfect for the Quonset huts and the corrugated look. So I'm going to try to get at least one or two of those done. And I'm going to use a vacuum mold for that. So, this so far my first attempt went really well. So I think once I get the ends on and the doors and the windows in, they'll look really good. And I can mass produce those. Those will take me literally 10 minutes to make.
Wow.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. And
any plans to go to Chicago?
I'm sorry.
Any other shows you're going to this year?
I'm good. I really want to go to Jolanta, and there's a toy show up in upstate Maine, or there was one that a friend of mine wants me to go to. It's a big, it's not an action figure show. It's just for Army men. It's just for the smaller scale toy soldiers. It's a toy soldier event, and I definitely want to go to that one. I definitely have a lot of time I've got saved up through my work. I work at a hospital, so I got a lot of PTO time saved up. So I might just take a road trip.
Eric Percy in the chat room wants to know if you'll be in Chicago this year. The Chicago.
Oh, I'd love to go to Chicago. I would if I got enough time and advanced notice, I could probably take and get up there pretty quickly.
Prince says he's on Facebook now and he can't find your page. Are you sure? Diorama Works. Is it one word or two words?
Yeah, diorama, 2 words. Diorama Works.
And Works is spelled WERKS, right?
Correct. Yeah. Is he on Facebook?
That's what he says. He said he can't find you on Facebook. So.
Yeah. Just have him look up 1/6 scale World War II vehicle salvage, and then I'll just he gets on there. I'll just pop him a link.
So you don't have an Etsy page, right? So if people want to buy stuff from you, how are they going to do it? Through your Facebook page? Or?
Yeah, just message me on my Facebook page. I'm old school, so I got 2 kids that remind me of that every day.
How are people paying you? Through PayPal or
PayPal or Cash App, either one. And I've got 2 of my guys who send me old school postal checks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my generation there. So I got a guy in Chicago that sends me a postal check every other month for stuff.
Yeah.
So
it says Diorama Works. Diorama Works is somebody else from Pakistan. No, that wouldn't be his. So
no.
Works wrong. It's WERKS.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not coming in either for some reason.
Yeah, I can't find it either. I'm looking myself. I can't find it.
Okay. That's okay.
Oh, here it is. You got to.
I know Diorama Works. Group. That's definitely your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, that's the same as my YouTube channel. It's the same name. You find it?
Hang on, John. I'm bringing you in, man. Show
you. Oops.
Yep, that's it. That's me.
Yep.
2 words.
Diorama Works, WERKS.
But go under when you search. Don't go under people. Go under groups. Press groups, and you're gonna find it.
Yeah.
If you go under people, just put my name, Ruben Bartram. You'll find that as well.
There you go.
I got it.
Cool. Awesome.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll get a lot more people after tonight. I know we had a lot of people watching the show. If there's any,
definitely. I'm just, even if you're just asking questions and then trading stories and trading ideas, because I talked to a guy that a year ago, and he got me on the idea of making artillery wheels, 1/6 scale and 1/18 scale, and now I'm down to 1/32 scale artillery wagon wheels. So we got together and collaborated on it. And he makes World War I 1/6 scale wagons for collectors, and then we got together and designed smaller scale stuff. So I've been doing a lot of casting for wagon wheels, and I can pump those out pretty quick. So anybody doing cannon and stuff, they want to field a few dozen cannons, I can pop out wheels like nobody's business. Because
I've always been looking for guys that are making wheels from like the Roman era. They didn't have spokes then. It was a solid round.
Oh, chariots, you mean?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, but some of the wagon wheels and things like that were solid. They weren't.
Yeah, Hollywood got it wrong. They look nice on the movie, but reality, they're solid wood. They're heavy.
Yeah, solid wood, and nobody can make those, man. Or maybe they do. I just haven't found them.
Yeah, well, what I would do is I'd probably make a couple of them and then just cast them in the high impact plastic because making each of them is definitely labor intensive.
Yeah. But I
But
mean,
I
you can take a CTS wagon and pop those off and put
Mhm.
on, then have a Roman wagon, Roman.
yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, I've got probably 3 different projects. I got a World War II project. I've got the Japanese that I'm currently working on, which I will start posting tonight on Diorama Works. I'll go ahead and start posting what I'm doing there and how I'm doing it because I know a lot of guys they'll get a collection of army men, but they're all like you got 7 different guys on the same, got 7 different poses, and you got 40 guys. And to just alter their poses just a little bit. I used to take one of those big clicker lighters and heat up the arm and rotate the arm a little bit, and even when I was younger as a kid, I'd take a lighter and I would be, melting these guys in different shapes and stuff. Cause I mean,
Oh yeah, me too.
who wants 25 guys that are crawling around on the ground when you can have,
Yeah.
15 guys crawling and then 10 guys that are KIA.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got to mix it up.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a couple of 90 millimeter Romans that you can do that. And I'll just take a hacksaw to them and cut them up and reshape them. And I've got a wall of shields, that I've custom made and just a whole. I've got 20 Romans all lined up with it's like a shield wall. So just a hacksaw and some Bondo.
Right. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But my favorite cereal is going to be the old school Captain Crunch Berries.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'd come to the table with my Jethro bowl. Sorry, just a half a Jethro bowl and a big spoon that I could barely get in my mouth. So it was fun times.
Right.
Yeah, my mom just sit there and shake her head. So,
Ruben, if you got a couple more minutes, I got a couple questions I want to ask you before we let you
sure.
go.
I got all the time in the world.
Was there a favorite toy growing up as a kid?
My favorite toy, my mom was anti-war. I grew up in the early to mid '70s, and my mom was against the war, Vietnam. She married my dad, who was career military, so but that's kind of weird. But he wouldn't let us have a lot of army war toys. So the toys that stick out of my mind were the 7-inch Mego Star Trek figures. When they first came out, because they weren't war toys, my mom would let me have those. Right. And then I would trade them off for GI Joes, for the 12-inch GI Joes, and I would hide them. I would literally bury them in the backyard, and I would go unbury them every time I would, And then she slowly let me have the Army Men because she did buy me the Battleground set, and then 2 years later she bought me the Navarone set. So yeah, the Navarone set by far was the coolest thing I've ever had when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. It was the big monster mountain guns, just bristling with guns and all those little accessories. Back when kids were, it was safe for kids to have accessories because they weren't, they didn't eat. Them. Yeah, it's the kids nowadays eat Tide Pods. I mean, come on. Yeah. But yeah, back in the day where kids didn't put everything in their mouths when we're 11 and 12 years old. Those little rifles with the slings and the little, they were the coolest. I mean, that was the best part of the set.
Right. Hey, I know you have quite a collection of the 1/6 scale stuff. Is there any Holy Grail that you're still looking for that you haven't found to add to your collection?
The Holy Grail figure that I really, really want, it's fairly new. I mean, because unfortunately it's not a collection, it's an affliction. So, I've got 108 World War I German early war. I really want to match that with some Napoleonic French infantry. I really want to at least get 50 of the French Napoleonic figures that they just came out with, and that would probably put me in the poorhouse. My kids would probably commit me because I'm spending their inheritance, whatever that is. But yeah, Holy Grail for me would, as far as the smaller scale, would be the King and Country stuff, especially showing the Japanese tanks. I saw a display once when I was in Europe, and it was like an entire battleground, and it had some of the King and Country armor in it, and it was huge. The table was about a 20-foot by 20-foot table, and it was so detailed and so realistic. I just stood there for hours looking around. I mean, I didn't go anywhere for almost a couple hours. But yeah, some 1/32 scale die cast armor I would definitely want in my collection. Like I said, I'm just now getting back into it, and the Timmy toy tanks just don't cut it anymore.
Yeah,
So-
right. Last question was any. Can you leave us with a favorite, like toy
Memory.
I guess, from a childhood, like anything that sparks your, like a favorite holiday, getting it, birthday, getting something, playing with the neighbor kids, anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be toy soldiers, but I mean anything.
Okay, my favorite, my ultimate favorite gift, my grandmother gave me. I was probably 6 years old. I sat in front of the TV with my granddad every Saturday morning and spent hours watching westerns. I would get up in the morning and I would watch Abbott and Costello. Then I would start my routine with the Lone Ranger, the Rifleman, Big Valley, on up to till 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, where my mom would literally have to physically throw me out the front door. My grandmother went to, I want to say it was, where did she went to an old department store that's not around anymore, but he purchased me a 2-gun rig, real authentic fake leather holsters with metal cap guns. I wore those things everywhere we went, strapped them to my legs. I sat in front of the TV for probably 2 years with those things on. Finally when I went to the fire academy, they made me stop wearing them. So, but yeah, that was by far the coolest gift, the most sentimental gift, because again, it was one of those things where I almost cried. I didn't want to touch them. I mean, I just, oh my God. And picking up the guns, it was just like, I mean, I was very careful. I was opening, you could put the red caps inside of them, and I got really good at twirling them and snapping off the caps and everything. So my grandma would go check the mail. I would have to be her bodyguard, and I'd watch a lot of Westerns to learn how to walk. But yeah, by far that was the most memorable gift ever. And of course I worked on my John Wayne accent, so, and I embarrassed the hell out of my daughters by talking like John Wayne when they're FaceTiming all their friends. I'd walk by and, well, Pilgrim, y'all better get out of my way. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Awesome.
Pretty good.
I've been working.
Not bad at all.
John Wayne's my ultimate favorite. I mean, he epitomizes the childhood that I grew up with. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, Ruben, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. I know we had some technical difficulties earlier, but I think we straightened things out.
Yeah, again, I mean, it takes 2 teenagers to show you really how dumb you are. So, yeah, I'm just shaking my head. Just fix it. Just walk away and fix it. So talking to me like I was, here. Okay, look at this, Dad. So and I can catch myself because I do talk to my 80-year-old mom like that. So I'm guilty. So Mom, you can't put the TV remote in the oven. yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
but definitely it's been an honor, fellas. It's been a really, really honor, and it actually makes me want to go out back and work and do some more stuff. At 3 a.m. is going to come off early tomorrow. So, but I'll end up going back out there digging around. Trust me, just because of this, I'm going to go back out there and dig around for another hour.
Well, hopefully you'll get some sales after the show, man.
Even if just people just call or message me and just want to chat, and I'll even show them how to do it. I mean, that's one thing I love to do is buy a few things, but learn to make them, and you can make an entire fort. You can make an entire city block.
Right.
Very simple. So
Well, cool,
anyway,
man.
well, I appreciate
your
it.
time tonight.
So I'm in the I learned how to surf with a bunch of guys who surfed in the '60s, and I'm getting the same feeling from you guys. I'm in reverence, all you guys. So anyway, but I'll definitely be joining in and watching you guys. So definitely.
All right. Thanks, Ruben. I appreciate
All
it.
right, anytime, fellas. Stay safe.
Yep. Okay,
You too.
guys. Next week, remember.
Did
we're
anybody
gonna-
guess the figure? I know.
Oh, figure.
Oh yeah. Anybody to guess the figure?
Can we see it again?
Alex Baldwin got it. He messaged me. So
Okay. So put it up again. Let's see what that figure is again. The manufacturer of this is Timmy?
Imperial Toy Company, Hong Kong.
Imperial.
Oh, Imperial. Okay.
Huh.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I've got all the poses. They're all like little copies of Airfix and Marks, guys, but they're really cool. Maybe next week I'll put them all up and show them all of them. So
Yeah. Cool.
definitely cool figures.
Guys, by the way, Paul Barbacano was asking if anybody makes the Barmalay fountain in the the Stalingrad fountain, the fountain.
Oh yeah. There you go, Ruben. There's a new piece for you.
So
What is
again, I just want to show you this.
A fountain
Yeah,
of some sort.
I got this in a 3D print from Direwolf Scenics. in
Oh,
Europe.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's the one that was on. Is that the
Yeah,
one that was on
and-
Enemy at the Gate?
Enemy at the
Enemy
gate.
of the Gate,
Yeah, was that-
Stalingrad,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
So you can reach out to them, but I think a lot of maybe 3D makers might make it. I also got one originally, and I think this is like for 28.
Oh, wow. Yeah. 3D makers.
That's cool.
Yeah, 3D
so,
printing. Yeah, the
it's out
3D
there.
printing is going to put a lot of us out of business.
Yeah, but Direwolf Scenics was the one that I got it from. He's
That's in
based
Europe, right?
In London, I think in
Wow.
the UK.
Awesome.
And guys, don't forget May 29th for all us D-Day enthusiasts. There's a new movie called Pressure coming out. It's about you guys haven't seen it. I didn't know about it till yesterday, and I saw the preview. It's with Brendan Fraser, from The Mummy.
Oh yeah, I've seen the ad for that. Yeah.
It's based on the weather forecast that they were worried about. Can we do the invasion? Can we not? Monty wanted to go in regardless what. Eisenhower wasn't sure, so they brought in this guy from the top meteorologist from the UK to and he said that the weather's really bad. It's not going to be good, and it looks pretty good. It looks actually. I saw some especially some of the D-Day scenes.
Nice.
I'm assuming in the end. So
Yeah, I've seen some of the trailers. The trailers look good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good movie.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser came a long way from Encino Man.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Sorry, every time I see him, I think of that. Just like I think of Sean Penn as Spicoli. I just every time I see him, I'm like, I went to one of the high schools that was filmed in that movie.
Okay.
All right.
All right, okay, fellas, I got to go.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
do
thank you.
too. And guys, have a great night. We'll see
Take care.
maybe Paul Barbacano next week, maybe not.
See ya.
Let's hope.
Wow.
Take care.
A lot to
Have a good
talk
night.
about, Paul. Let's go.
Good
All right,
night.
bye, everybody.
The show's over. This stinks. But they'll be back next week. Listen up, soldier. I need you to like and subscribe.